All right, the ghost moon of Venus. And it's called the ghost moon because no one could find it, no one could see it. But just to be clear, astronomers today do not believe that Venus has a moon. Now, it may have had a moon in the past, and we'll talk about that. But in the 16th century, actually in the 17th and 18th centuries, the late 17th century, some astronomers spotted what they thought was a moon of Venus. So that's what we'll talk about. And here's our two planets side by side. Which one is Earth? So Venus and Earth are called twin planets, right? They're almost the same size. Earth is a little bigger than Venus. And at one point, maybe 2 billion years ago, Venus may have had water. And even further back in time, it may have had a moon. But right now, I mean, they may be similar in size, but that's where the similarities stop. Venus is the hottest planet. So write it down here. The hottest planet in the solar system. The hottest planet. So let's write that down. Very hot, right? You can melt lead. So it's about 847 degrees Fahrenheit, the average on Venus. So if you land a spacecraft on Venus, not only will the heat melt it, but there's an enormous amount of pressure. So if you ever landed on Venus, you would melt and blow up instantly. So the hottest planet. It's also the brightest object besides the sun and the moon that we can see from Earth. So when you're looking up in the sky, you may see this very bright star. It looks like a star, but it's actually Venus. So Venus is very bright, and they call it the morning star. But what about its ghost moon? Let's talk about its ghost moon. Oh, and by the way, another strange thing about Venus is not only is it the hottest planet, like I said, but its day is longer than its year. Its day, let's write that down. Its day is longer than its year. Let's change the pen. Let's change the color. Why don't we use green? That'd be kind of weird, right? You go to school, and inside the day, you would have to go home, so the day wouldn't be over. It'd be a whole year. You would have all 4 seasons if there were seasons on Venus. Also, on Venus, the sun rises in the west, right? So it's backward. It's a backward planet. It's a weird planet. And the moon, this ghost moon, is called Neith. Neith was discovered by a man named Giovanni Cassini in 1672. Now, he's best known for discovering the moons of Saturn, and you may be familiar with the Cassini probe, which spent at least a decade studying Saturn until about 2017. So let's get a little picture of Cassini. By the way, this is an artist's rendition of what Neith may have looked like. It looks very close to what actually Venus could look like, too. So Neith is this ghost planet, this imaginary planet. Well, we shouldn't say imaginary. Astronomers today say there is no planet, there's no moon of Venus, but Giovanni Cassini said he spotted something in 1672. So we're looking about, at this time, if you want to know who's around at this time, well, Galileo, he died in 1642, so he's not around, but Newton's around, right? This big giant of physics that we still use, Newtonian physics. He was about, maybe at this time, he's 29 years old. So I don't know if there's any writings of Newton talking about Neith. Right? So many astronomers also observed Neith. They also spotted small objects. But then again, many astronomers also said they saw nothing. They didn't see anything. And many astronomers thought that what people were seeing were just optical illusions from stars. Were they optical illusions? Or what else could they have been? So no one has seen Neith probably since 1768. Well, that's really not true. Well, there was a man, let's get his name down. This person, let's write his name here, get the pen going. And we'll use green, stick with green. So his name was Jean, and it sounds like Jean, but Jean Charles probably the easiest one to pronounce. His last name, I'll put it up here. It's French, by the way. And I've heard people say Houzeau. So Jean-Charles Houzeau. And I might be pronouncing that wrong. But anyway, he's the one who coined the phrase. He coined the phrase Neith. And Neith was an Egyptian goddess of war and wisdom, just like Athena. And he thought, Jean-Charles Houzeau, that Neith may have been a planet, not a moon. So where is Neith? No one knows. No one has seen it. Astronomers today do not believe it exists, but will go on saying it is the ghost moon of Venus. And by the way, when he coined this phrase, it was 1884, so long after the Civil War was over.